Hello, hi Stampers. Hi friends. I know I'm late. It's like 2:02. But of course, right when I wanted to get started, the fur babies decided they needed to go outside. So that took me a few minutes. So sorry about that. I know I'm a couple of minutes late. We'll survive. Okay, I'm just gonna since I'm a few minutes late, I just need to get this all set up here on my iPad. But it will only take me a couple seconds. There I am. Oh, and then I always forget I have to turn it the other way in order to see people's comments. But I think I've got that situated now. Cool. Okay, there we go. I have got such a pretty card to share with you. I hope people pop on so they can see it. I will post this later though, so you can watch the replay. And then I also always share it to my YouTube channel, which you can find me as JannaStamps on YouTube, as well as my stamping page here. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and get my phone mounted so we can get going. And let me get this all set up here so I know that you are seeing what I want you to see. So I had to do some things ahead of time so they could dry and so that I wasn't just taking up a bunch of your time doing die cutting and stuff. So I did all that. But what I want to do real quick, and I know a lot of you have seen this multiple times, but I don't want you to miss out, and that is on the Christmas Time is Here suite and all the products that are in it. I'm going to be playing with it today as well as other stuff to create the card that I'm making. Just keep in mind that if you get the bundle, which is the stamps and dies, and the stamps, there are two-step stamping. You'll get 2 cases. The biggest one is a red rubber stamp, and the ones that go in to fill all the color in, plus your greetings, are photopolymer. So in the bundle you'll get the stamps and those dies there. And that is what the stamps look like. And if you bought the whole suite, there's a really gorgeous bracelet that's included. And then the ribbon, which I'll be using today, and the gold glitter enamel dots. So it's only while supplies last. And speaking to that, in the regular holiday catalog, there are some things that are already gone, like the little Merry Moose punch is gone. I think the stamps might still be available, but the punch is no longer available at all. So if you have had your eye on anything in the holiday catalog, don't wait, because things are becoming unavailable or on back order and stuff like that. Okay, so let me just go through what I'm using. Like I said, I'm using the Christmas Rose. The only thing I'm using actually in the stamp set is the greeting right here. Okay, so let me get that out of the way. The dies, the roses dies. I will be using one of the dies from that set that cuts out one of the designs on the paper. Sorry about that glare there. This is the Free Skate and Detailed Skate Dies bundle. I'm going to be using one of the pretty, well actually I used two of the skate dies from the die set. And remember, when you get some of these bundles, you save 10%. So that's something to watch for. In the Christmas Gleaming set, I'm just using that greeting right there. I'm going to be using some of the shimmer white paper, which has that really pretty glistening sparkle to it. And then this is the gorgeous Christmas Time is Here designer series paper, and I'm gonna open it because you can look at it in the catalog and stuff, but it does not show how gorgeous this paper is. It has the gold details in it. That's the back side. You get what did you get here? 4 pieces of each design. I absolutely love this paper. I wish we could get packs of it just in this design with the gold on it in all different kinds of colors. And that's what's on the back side. That is my favorite. And then this rose right here is what the one die in the die set cuts out. Can you see that? This big rose cluster here. And so, and look at the pretty gold flecks all over in the back. Isn't that gorgeous? And that is what's on the back, the pretty pine cones. But that is my favorite in the whole pack. Okay. So using that, where's all my peoples today? I hope I am on here. I put a comment and I see it, so I think I am. Also using the gorgeous gold foil sheets and the pretty sparkle glimmer paper. The camera does not pick up how gorgeous this paper is, but it's very pretty and sparkly. Okay, if you shop with me, be sure to use this hostess code at checkout, and you can write it down or you can find it on the landing page when you get to my shopping site, and that is the address, jannawilliams.stampinup.net. Okay, let's get started. Just going to bring in my parts and pieces here. So I am starting with a base of cherry cobbler, and so it is 8.5 wide by 5.5 here. So all you have to do is take an 8.5 full sheet of cardstock and cut it in half, and then we're scoring it at 4.25 there. So that is the card base. And then for the inside of the card, I have a piece of Whisper White. And I cut that just slightly small at 5.25 by 4. And I've already got the stamp lined up in here, ready to use. So I'm just going to fix this here since it's a photopolymer stamp. And this is that stamp from the pretty Christmas Time stamp set. And I'm going to ink it up also with cherry cobbler so we can be matchy-matchy. And I'm just trying to do it not too heavy, because with smaller fonts you don't want there to be so much ink that it runs your letters together or closed, you know, where there's supposed to be a dot on the I or something like that. You don't want it to be so inky that it messes that up. Okay, I think I'm just good with that. Let me give that a clean off real quick. And while I'm doing the stamping part, we may as well go ahead and do, there's only one other thing I need to stamp here. And it's using a red rubber stamp. And I'm doing that on a leftover piece of the shimmer paper that came in this month's Paper Pumpkin. And I'm also going to ink up the stamp I'm using with the Cherry Cobbler. I think I'm going to have to put just a little bit more ink down at this one end here. Let's see how that works. There's a little bubble. I wonder if it's from this piece of paper sticking up. I'll just take it off of there. Of course, now I messed with it here, so I'm not real crazy about the way that's turning out there. Let me see. Just need to get this lined up. Okay, I think that might work. Let me ink this stamp up again and see how this one turns out. Much better. Okay, we will go with that. There's a group of my friends that are attending a, I think it's called Scrap Around the Clock or something like that. It's 33 hours. I can't do that, you guys. I think they take a nap. I just can't do it. That's way too much of a time investment for sitting, and my mojo runs out, honestly. Okay, so what I am going to do, but they love it. They've been doing it for a few years now. So I say more power to them. Scrap away, girls, and have fun. And the other thing is, I think you can go make whatever you want, but I am honestly not a scrapbooker. So, I don't know if these folks are mostly all doing scrapbooking, since that's what it's called. I mean, it's Scrap Around the Clock, so yeah, I'm sure they will have a wonderful time. Okay, so there's that piece ready. And I'm just going to set it up out of the way here so I don't lose it like I lose a lot of things. And I'm going to go ahead and get this put on the inside of the card. This card is so pretty. And really, it's fairly easy. There's some die cutting to do, and you'll see when I bring the pieces over, I'll explain to you what I've done ahead of time. But I needed to glitter some things up, and I wanted it all to be dry and ready to go. And like I said, I didn't want you to have to wait on me for all the die cutting parts. Okay, so there's the inside and the base. Now I'm going to bring all the pieces. So I cut a frame, and you don't have to cut it into a frame. I just didn't want to waste the middle of this paper because, you know, this paper is very dear. You only get 2 sheets in the pack, and so, you know, you have to use it to its best ability, I guess. So I like to cut that out and save that piece. So, but when you do that, you want to make sure that you leave plenty enough room to attach whatever you're going to attach to the top of it, because you need to attach it using glue dots. Regular glue and like your ATG and that kind of stuff, it does not like to stick to this glitter surface. So that is just a FYI there. But so I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to stick this down first using glue dots. So I'm going to put one in each corner and then some in between. And these glue dots are pretty sticky, so you want to be careful when you're pulling your paper back up off of that you're not bending your paper and stuff. So if you have a fingernail, kind of grab that glue dot with your fingernail. So I've got both ends done, and then I'm just going to put a couple along the sides of each of the long sides there. I love this paper, so pretty. Can you imagine if you could get a whole pack of it just in all the different colors? I would love that. Okay, so I think we're glue dotted up here. So now I'm just going to try and get it centered here on this glitter paper. I hope you're seeing all the sparkle in this paper because it is gorgeous. Isn't it funny that the camera just doesn't like to pick up that glitter? It's very iridescent with all the pretty color in it. Very pretty. Okay, so now the back side, you can use whatever adhesive on the back side that you want, and I'm just going to use my ATG gun. It's just that glittery surface that is very finicky about what will stick well to it. There we go. And this is just going to go right down here. Now I did cut that center paper a little bit smaller because I wanted a little bit more of the glitter paper to show rather than how we cut the layers typically. So let me measure this one for you. So the base is 5.5 by 4.25. The glitter paper is 5.25 by 4, and then the center is 3.5 by 4.75. It's already getting pretty. Okay, now then, this is from that Christmas Time is Here paper pack, and the die, there's one die in the die set that goes in and cuts this one out. So I did that ahead of time, and then you're not going to see all the sparkle probably again, but I went in and I put glue on all the berries and glittered them up, and they are so sparkly and gorgeous. Okay, and I am going to stick that down. I don't care that the edges kind of poke up a little bit. I didn't really want it popped up, but I kind of wanted the edges to just go ahead and, you know, not be just stuck down tight to the paper either. So I am going to put that right there. Look how pretty it is already, and we're just getting started. Hi Nancy, Wisconsin. What's your weather like there? Yesterday it was almost 70 degrees here. I'm on the Oregon coast. It was absolutely beautiful. Today there's no sun and it's chilly and it's not like it was yesterday at all. Okay, so I cut these two skates out from the with using that skate die set. I cut a solid one out of the shimmer paper, and then I cut this one out of the gold foil paper. Now this one, let me put this together here. You could put that on there just like that if you want. However, I didn't want the blade on the white one showing like that, so I am just going to snip it off. There we go. And so now to attach the top piece to the skate, I again am going to use mini glue dots, and normally for something like this, if it wasn't like a foil paper, I would just use glue, wet glue, but I don't want to take the chance that I would get any of that wet glue on this foil, because then it would take the shine away, and it's really hard to make it look good if you get wet glue on that. So I am just going to kind of tack it. I'm going to put one there and another one. And then I'm going to kind of roll a couple of these glue dots. And I'm going to put one right there. And let me roll another one. And maybe one right there. I could probably get away with using one without even rolling it up. Let me see. Yeah. There we go. And then let me bring this back in, and we'll just line this up here. pretty. Oh, I forgot. I don't need to put glue down there. Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do too. Because I want the blade part to be stuck down, but I'm going to put some dimensionals at the top because I kind of wanted the top part to just be coming up off the paper a little bit. So I had this card in my mind. I just thought with the gold in the paper and doing the gold over that skate, some people might not think that these two sets would go together, but I just thought, oh, I think that would be so gorgeous together. So we're going to stick that down and let the top just pop up slightly there. So pretty. Now then, so that's why I had to kind of do this ahead of time, because I wanted the glitter to get dry on those berries, and there was just some die cutting that needed to be done. Okay, so now this greeting here is going to get put on the background of that sparkle paper, and again we need to do that with the glue dots. This is a fun card to make because it turns out so gorgeous with really pretty small amount of time invested into making it. But people will ooh and ah over it. There we go. And then I want that popped up, so I'll put that on dimensionals. Every little step just makes it more gorgeous, but I'm not done yet. Okay. Now I'm going to bring in that really pretty ribbon that's in that Christmas Time is Here suite. It's got some sparkle to it. I don't know if you can see that, but it does have a little sparkle to it. I'm just going to tie a bow. And we will stick that on also with glue dots. And I'm going to put a couple of them on there because I don't want it popping off. But we're not done yet. Almost. So pretty. Okay, last thing, the gold glitter enamel dots. You get a lot of them on the sheet, and I love all the graduated sizes of them there. Okay. I'm gonna put one up here. And All right, now I'm done. I think it's just gorgeous. I love it. So sparkly and pretty. And of course, red is my favorite color, so that's even another plus. And I truly wish you could see all the sparkle that is happening on here, but it just is so hard to catch that for some reason on the camera. But gorgeous, gorgeous card. There's the one I made earlier, so there's two of them. Two more Christmas cards down. All right, so again, if you would like to buy any of these supplies before they're gone, and I would not wait long if you have any of these things on your wish list, whether it's this Christmas Time is Here Sweet, or any of the items, the Christmas items in the holiday catalog, don't wait, because you will be very sad when they go and don't come back. This is the address to my shopping site. That's the hostess code, but again, you can find that on the landing page, so you just keep that in mind, and there's a place to put it at checkout. Thanks for joining me today. You guys have a fabulous weekend. I hope you get to do something crafty or stamping. And I will see you back here again. Actually, I won't be on next Friday because I get to go to Stampin' Up on Stage, which is a one-day convention. And so I won't be here next Friday, but I will try to maybe post something from there, maybe even go live for a second. We'll see. It just depends on how busy it is. But I will be back the Friday after that, and I'm sure I will be on before that to show you the swap cards that I got there at the convention. Thanks for joining me, you guys. Have a great weekend. See you again next time. Happy stamping. Bye-bye.